Good evening, everyone out there. My name is Julian Ruiz, and today's topic, my topic, will be Joe Pa and the Penn State sex scandal going on. If you do not know about it by now, then you must be living under a rock if you live in Pennsylvania, because it's probably the biggest thing that hit the school since Joe Paterno in the first place. So today I'm joined by my colleagues. I'd just like to introduce them.
Hi, I'm Kevin Maldonado, and I'm a senior.
Hi, I'm Manel Cordero, and I'm a junior.
All right, nice to meet you. So, first off, do you think that Joe Paterno should have done more than he did? Because he, first off, just to let everyone know, he did not, he just went to his superior, his immediate superior, and didn't go to the cops or didn't do anything else other than he should have done, and possibly, if he would have done something, that might have ended this a whole lot sooner. So, anyway.
Legally, I feel like he did what he was supposed to do. Morally, he didn't. He could have done more, I guess.
I think he should have, pursued more in seeing how it was brought out. He just told his superior. I think he should have, kept on going with it and keep on saying what's going on with it, what's going on with these kids. So.
Okay. So he obviously, both of you do think that he should have done something else other than what he did. Okay. Do you feel that Penn State made the right decision in firing Paterno, because they recently just fired him, like a couple days ago?
No. I feel like he was going to retire anyway, so I feel like they should have at least let him just finish it off. I mean, it's not like he was the one that did it to the kids or anything. He did legally, he did everything he had to do and was supposed to do. So I feel like he got punished the most because he was a great man and he did a lot for the school, and then to just fire him when he was going to retire anyways, it's pretty sad.
Okay.
I don't think they should have let him go because, like Kevin said, he'd done everything he could, but, shouldn't have let him go. It's just he did so much for that school, and just for holding back one thing doesn't mean you should be held back on everything.
He did everything he could. I don't think he did everything he could. I think he really should have went to the police or the FBI or somebody, because this had been going on for several years, about 15 years if I'm not mistaken. And I think that for that to go on that long, that's absolutely ridiculous. He should have, somebody in that school should have done something more to prevent that, because that's just way too long for this to be going on. But like Kevin said, that he was retiring, so obviously Kevin feels like that. But November 19th he announced his retirement, so you both think that he should have just retired and that would be the end of it? He never returns to Penn State? Just let him go gracefully?
I think they should have gave him the option of retirement instead of saying, okay, you're fired, that's it, you're done. They should have just at least let him say, okay, I'm going to retire, whatever, After all his faithful years of service, it should have been the least they could do, I think.
That was actually what they did for the dean. They gave him the option to resign or get fired, and he chose to resign. So, Anel, any thoughts on that question? No? Okay.
What did he say?
Why do you think that this was kept under the rug for so long?
Penn State is such a big football school, so if anything really tarnishes the whole football theme or anything, Penn State equals football, and so you ruin that, you just ruin the whole image of Penn State, because in retrospect there's nothing more for that than football.
Kevin?
Yeah, Nell pretty much covered it. He built what Penn State's football was all about. That was him. And if he would have, I think if anyone would have came out and just said everything straight on, that everything that he worked for and everyone else worked with would have just been ruined right there with this scandal and everything. And I guess they had a job to protect too. That's why it took so long for this to finally come out.
Okay, so after everything's been said and done, multiple people caught Sandusky in some sort of sexual assault with a minor, a young child. After everything's said and done, after everybody found out, after Joe Paterno got fired and all this, who do you feel is the most responsible for the entire ordeal? For letting this happen for so long?
I think everyone plays a little part in it. Of course, Sandusky plays the biggest part because he was the one that actually did everything. and everyone that didn't let anyone else know or didn't go to a superior, I feel like they're at fault too, because they could have stopped this at one child, or nothing had to happen to anyone. This could have stopped before it even happened. If everyone that saw would just came forward and said, look, this is what's going on, this and this, take action. If you don't, I'm going to have to go to authorities or someone else.
I wholeheartedly agree, sir.
It was, the whole thing of it just snowballs from one thing, and then nobody's telling anybody anything. And then the whole, whose fault is it? It's just one thing, and then you add more onto it, like, add, like, I can't really think of what I want to say. You add, like,
everybody, basically every single person
it's
just made it worse, and
for a good
everybody adds
analogy,
to
and
the
I can't
equation.
find one right now.
It's fine. We're live.
Great.
Okay. So, as you all should know, since Paterno's been coming under fire, and since he got fired, everybody, all the students, I don't know if the faculty has, but I know that the students have been banding together. They've been just showing a whole bunch of support for Joe Paterno, and that's all fine and dandy with me. But do you think that the students should be rioting? Because they are rioting. They, like, SWAT teams and stuff had to come in to throw tear gas. Luckily, there weren't any casualties and nothing else happened. But they still had to step in. So do you think that these students should be rioting the way they are, or do you think it's just immature?
No, I feel like Happy Valley was very sad Valley that day, because Joe Pa, he built that, Joe Pa built that the whole dynasty. I'd like to say the dynasty of the football thing, and for them just to, I could understand they're upset and emotions are like real at a high and adrenaline and everything, but it doesn't mean that they have to wreck the city or wreck wherever they're living and things.
Oh my God.
That's not the way to fix anything. I mean, you're not going to do anything by flipping over a news van.
Yes, they did that. That is true. They did that.
The news stories, they might have been biased and, being, oh, he did this, he could have done this. That's not the way to solve anything. A peaceful rally could have been as effective.
I think a peaceful rally would have worked just as fine. I mean, there's no need to be turning over news trucks.
Exactly.
Anel?
I think in the whole thing they shouldn't have really rioted because they were biased. You see, just because he has built this entire thing, he still saw something. He could have done something more. So you could, calm down. You don't really have to riot about it because you just look back on it. It's like, what are we fighting for, really?
Exactly.
So, but I do know that the people at the creamery over there, that they still support him still because there's an ice cream named after him.
Oh yeah, they changed the name.
They did?
Yeah, they took the name out. It's no longer named after Paterno. I read that on Wikipedia.
Really? Because I had somebody that goes there and they took a picture and it was still there.
Oh, it's still there? Well, I guess
Peachy
Wikipedia was
Paterno or
wrong.
something like that. Wikipedia's wrong half the time.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time, Kevin and Anel. There you have it, folks. Penn State is in a state of turmoil at the moment. My heart goes out to the families of those who had to go through all this, and I'm glad to see that Jerry Sandusky was fired and sentenced to jail. Or I don't know what necessarily the sentence is. I just know he got arrested. That's all for me. But before we head to Sully and her segment on relationships, here's a look at some of the events that have happened in RHS for the past few weeks.